Hello and welcome to Cambridge here in the UK. Do not be fooled by the weather. It may look bright and sunny, but in the last few days we had Storm Christoph pass over, so if I would have done this in the latter part of last week, it would have been really windy, really wet and really horrible. But today it's nice and bright and it's a perfect day to do some simulated flying. I've decided to start a whole new series of videos here on the Airborne Lawyer channel. I've just got a new PC, which I'm getting great performance from. I've also upgraded to Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, and I'm getting the hang of flying the TBM 930. It's a great plane, it's fun, it's light, it's really quick.
Test.
And
Okay.
after years of flying PMDG and Flight Sim Labs aircraft, it just feels really uncomplicated. You can get it set up in minutes, take off and go and enjoy the world. It is great for visual sightseeing as well, so I've decided, with all this in mind, to take it around the world, point to point, and enjoy the scenery as I go. I want to go to places I've not been to before, see some sort of obscure regional airports or just parts of the world I've not had any reason to visit before now. So I'm going to start here in Cambridge, which is near where I live, and first up I'm going to tackle the Atlantic. I thought we'd just deal with that first. It's a bit of a beast, and today we are going to go from Cambridge up to Reykjavik in Iceland, with a stopover in Stornoway in the Isle of Lewis in the far north of Scotland. Just let the engine spool up here, get the ITT up a bit. Our route today is straight up the centre of the UK, and then up to Glasgow, and then we're kind of heading north-northwest to the Isle of Lewis. I checked the weather forecast up in Stornoway. Up there it is still pretty windy. Might be the last bits of Storm Christoph, I guess, and it's also pretty cloudy, but I'm hoping we'll see at least something as we come into land. It should be clearing up a bit later, so it might be brighter when we do the second leg up to Reykjavik. Okay, just run that a bit hot for a moment, then I'm going to cool it down. Taxi lights on, brakes off, and here we go. I'm going to taxi out to runway 23 here at Cambridge. So we take off in a southwesterly direction, then I'm going to turn west and head towards Bedford, and then we're going to turn north up to Glasgow. I am doing this on VATSIM. I'll probably be doing all of these flights on VATSIM. There's no controllers on at the moment, but if they come online you will be sure to hear them. Sometimes in Cambridge, if you're lucky, you might just get Essex approach on. You can help you enter controlled airspace as you depart from Cambridge. I'm going to time-lapse the cruise as well, so there's not hours and hours of slow flying, particularly as I'm crossing the Atlantic today. Part of it anyway, that could be a bit dull. After Reykjavik, we will be heading towards northern Canada. So we're going to have to refuel in Greenland, and that I'm quite excited about. I've never landed in Greenland. I've flown over it many, many times, but I've never landed. And I'm going to possibly the smallest capital city anywhere, which is Gotthab. I think that's the Danish word for it, or Nuuk, which is what I think the Greenlanders call it. We're going to fly there after Reykjavik, refuel, and then we're going to head down to Goose Bay in Newfoundland and Labrador. Reykjavik, Nuuk, and then across the Labrador Sea to Goose Bay. I think airports like Goose Bay used to be really busy in the days when planes had to refuel, passenger planes had to refuel before crossing the Atlantic, but I guess they're a lot quieter now. After Goose Bay, well, I will follow my nose, I guess, probably down the east coast of America. And this little adventure around the world will, I suppose, just take as long as it takes. It's just a really good reason to keep flying the TBM. It's not really realistic to fly a TBM 930 on a classic A to B and back again VATSIM airliner type route out of the Heathrows, Gatwicks, Frankfurt am Main and so on. But taking it around the world to little regional airports which you can't even get into in some cases with an airliner feels pretty authentic and pretty fun. And the great thing is the TBM is quick. If I was doing this in a Cessna, my goodness, I think it would take a lifetime. We are taxiing to Holding Point Alpha here at Cambridge. I have had flying lessons at a Cambridge in real life, and this is surprisingly authentic, even just for the default graphics. It is really great with MSFS 2020 that you don't have this huge desire to get loads and loads of add-on airports. The default graphics are pretty good. You can more than live with them, or certainly I can. So, lights on. Just do a few takeoff checks. I'm still getting used to this aircraft, so I just want to double check I've got everything done. Guess we might need de-icers later on, depending what the weather's like out in Scotland. Good, we are all set to go. So, I'm going to be quite quiet from here. First leg up to Stornoway on the Isle of Lewis, and then we're going on to Reykjavik. Enjoy the ride.
Field warning, okay.
Reykjavik Tower, Golf Tango Echo Whiskey Alpha, type TBM 930, we're inbound on the RNAV 01 approach, 2,000 feet.
Golf Whiskey Alpha, Reykjavik Tower, hello, winds 020 degrees, 13 knots, gusting 23 knots, runway 01, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 01, Golf Whiskey Alpha.
Reykjavik Tower, good afternoon to you. Arctic Eagle 55 Alpha, we see with you on the eastern apron, Dornier 328. Looking for clearance please to Akureyri. Arctic Eagle 55 Alpha Whiskey, Reykjavik Tower. You're cleared to Auckland via the Echo Lima 1 departure. After departure, climb Echo Lima 1 departure runway 01. After departure, climb flight level 210. Squawk 1347.
Cleared to Actuary via the Echo Lima 1 departure runway 01, climb flight level 210 and squawk 1347. Arctic Eagle 55 Alpha Whiskey.
Arctic Eagle 55 Alpha Whiskey, read back correct, QNH 1012.
QNH 1012, thank you, Arctic Eagle 55 Alpha Whiskey. Arctic Eagle 55 Alpha Whiskey, Mission April, request start.
Arctic Eagle 55 Alpha Whiskey, start approved, report ready for taxi.
Start approved, we'll call ready for taxi, Arctic Eagle 55 Alpha Whiskey.